What do you find more interesting? This excellent voice, or perhaps this picturesque landscape? Don't worry, this is not an advertisement. Or maybe you enjoy the city skylines. But what you'll definitely enjoy is our podcast, the Dinner Convo, hosted by a group of friends like these people, except we hate each other, and amazing guests. So sit back and relax. You're in for the ride of a lifetime. And after watching the podcast, you'll be happy as this gentleman be. So without any further ado, welcome to the Dinner Convo. Just goddamn subscribe already. What is up, amazing people? I hope you're having a great day. The Dinner Convo is back again with another very interesting episode. And this is morning for us, guys. This is the first ever episode we're recording. 7 a.m. in the morning. So if we look sleepy, Fardin probably haven't slept since yesterday. At the end, well, I'm not going to talk about it. I even had little or no sleep, but had some sleep on yesterday. So if you look tired and all, just ignore the fact and just enjoy the podcast. We want to make you smile. If you don't smile, you'll stay unhappy. So this is like pretty obvious. Before we begin though, something that I want to talk about. If you're watching this podcast alone, please just bring in your family members or anybody else that's in your house and watch the podcast together. You guys will have a great time. At least even if you hate the podcast, which I guess you do, you can actually get together with your family and spend a good time. As you can see, we have a new guy. Our editor Adrian. He's been here for a long time, but he hasn't really shown his face much. But this time he decided to finally. Hardin, please do the boring part of telling people to subscribe.
Well, first of all, I would have been pissed off. Waking up at 7 a.m. But then when I heard that there would be a dinner convo video, I'm like, no, man, I have to wake up. I have to wake up.
Yes.
Plus, yeah, exactly. Plus, we had a special guest, so I couldn't miss this. Anyways, guys, subscribe to our channel. Like, subscribe, comment, do everything. Follow our socials in Instagram, Facebook, and of course, just show us some love.
Exactly. Yeah, we would very appreciate it. And as you can see, Fardin is already, he looks like a sad boy saying that particular stuff. So you know what to do to make him smile. If you make him smile, you do a good deed. Like this video, comment on it. Comment on your best part, and you'll get a chance to be featured in the next video with our guest. We'll choose someone, no problem. But yeah, without any further ado, today's guest is a very interesting person. If you've been following our socials for a long time, we were supposed to have him at the previous episode, but for some really poor amateur mistake from our side, we actually messed up. But he's here, doesn't matter. Well, the mistakes are in the past, but he's finally here. We're really happy to have him in our podcast. He's probably one of the most underrated YouTuber I've ever seen. And in this show, we love to bring underrated YouTubers. We have had Perry Grown in previous videos. This episode, we have another underrated YouTuber. He's such a talented boy. First of all, he goes to Stanford, so he's very, 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 very smart. He does public speaking and stuff, and he's also a YouTuber with over 235,000 subscribers, and his videos are such a masterpiece. You would love it. Trust me, guys. We'll also leave his details in the description below. So without further ado, all the way from United States, joining us, Arpi Park. Arpi, can we have you?
Hi.
Hey, thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Sorry for being dead ass people because we just woke up a few minutes ago.
Understandable.
So yeah, thank you for joining Arpi once again. We're really happy to have someone as awesome and interesting as you. And with that, the first thing that we want to talk about is one of the most mysterious things, some things that even probably science can't answer, is why doesn't Arpi Park upload more often?
That's a question I don't know the answer to either. Probably because I just forget to do things with my time. That's pretty much it.
So would you say you're a procrastinator of some sort?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
It's kind of ironic because before we started this podcast, I was watching your self-care video. The self-care is kind of that video.
Yeah.
And that video you said it's better not to take breaks and do your work in continuously, and you're like, I procrastinate. So it's kind of ironic when you see that.
Yeah, I'm not really good at practicing what I preach, but I try.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. That's great.
And I also want to talk about your the Ivy League tier video, because you're such a creative ass person. How the heck did you come up with that idea, and how the heck did you describe every one of the videos there? I mean, the video. What I'm talking, the universities there.
I guess I came up with it partly because tier list videos were sort of, trending at the time, and I felt like there weren't any college tier list videos. Also, when I was in high school, I was a part of this meme page about the Ivy League schools, and so there were a lot of just like inside jokes that I figured would be funny to just say in a video, pretty much.
Yeah, that video was an utter masterpiece. I mean, I loved it. I've been watching it. I watched it for like 4, 5, 6 times, I guess. But yeah, I loved it every time. Huge fan, by the way.
I loved how you did the, how MIT was beside the Harvard, and that was funny, man.
And the Penn State part was better, where you basically paired with Penn State. That was good as well.
Yeah, they hate that.
So Arpi, of course, you go to Stanford. So you made a video in your YouTube channel that how you got into Stanford, but can you please tell in short to our viewers that how you got to Stanford?
Well, I'd say 90% of it is luck, just because schools like that, you really never know. It's sort of a crapshoot. But besides the luck part, I gave myself slightly better chances. Just by trying hard in school, just take hard classes, do well in those classes, practice your test scores and whatnot. And outside of that, I think I really tried to just follow what I was interested in. Like a lot of my friends were doing STEM at the time or just growing up, but I was never too into that. So I just really tried to take like communication, public speaking, language arts, things like that, and just really push myself in those areas. And I guess in the end, it did help me stand out a little. But again, I don't really know how I got in. Just partly luck, partly everything else was good enough, I guess.
Arpi's the kind of guy, who's like doing awesome things in life but has no idea what he's doing. You're like, oblivious and successful at the same time. That's great. We loved it.
Exactly.
Man. That's
Arpi, it was really amazing that you got to Stanford. But my question is that what do you think is the most important? Is it studies or the extra curriculum that you do in the school, which makes you maybe a bit far ahead of the other students in terms of experiences?
Yeah, well, the thing that admissions officers always tell pretty much anyone who asks is it's holistic, as in they're all sort of equally important. It's not like you need a bit of everything to get in. So, to begin with, grades are very important, and if you failed a ton of classes, they won't even consider you to begin with. And on top of that, test scores as well. I'd say there's probably a threshold, just like a high level score, and once you cross it, then it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, just those stats, grades and test scores, that'll get you in the door, sort of. But that's just the first door. The second door would just be the second door is a lot more subjective. It's just what you do in your free time. So I'd say they're both equally important because you can't get in without having both of them. So you just have to be a good student and also have done interesting things, I'd say.
That's it. We'll have to, make this part the thumbnail so this like look like clickbait. Everybody, like looking for college admission advice would just, spam our videos, and then we'll get some views. Thanks for that, Arby. You just made an interesting thumbnail. So I've been watching your videos for a long time, and one thing that is very common in all the videos is you diss yourself a lot, which I find quite fun and interesting. But the thing is that a lot of people at the same time ask whether you are like troubled in any manner or something. So what's what's the deal with you dissing yourself in videos?
I just like to keep it real with myself, I guess. I don't know, like making fun of myself, I feel like doesn't come from like a place of hatred or something. You know, I mean, you poke fun at your friends and you make fun of them. So, I mean, I think you can just do it to yourself too. And yeah, I don't know. It's just sort of what I do. I've always been a little self-deprecating, I guess.
I know we do enjoy the fact that you have a lot of very uh, awesome ways to insult yourself. Like we really like it. Let's just we have this segment on our podcast called the Why You Wait Round. We started this on the our fourth episode. And come to think of it, this is the 12th episode, I guess. Not 13th, right? Yeah, we've come very far. Thank you, man. You're 13th guest.
Very far.
Means a lot. Yeah, we never expected.
Means a lot.
And yeah, we have this the segment that we started since the fourth episode. It's called the Why Wait Round. So it was named, but we did not have a name for it before, but it was named by one of the guests who came in for our fifth episode. It was part of this YouTube duo from UK called Zach and Jay Show. They have like 700,000 subscribers. They're awesome people. If you go check the viewers, I suggest you go check them out. They're very awesome people. So they named it the Why Wait Show after their legacy, and that this is a rapid fire round. We'll be asking you a set of questions. They're not general knowledge based. They're just about you. We'll probably be asking stupid questions like, "What's your full name?" Right? Stuff like that. And the catch is whoever you have to. We'll see how many questions you can answer in 1 minute 30 seconds. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see how every question you answer is like 1 point, and we suggest you answer in 1 or 2 words because the guests have tried to over-explain themselves in one question, ended up getting like a really small score. And
So there's a high score then. Okay.
yeah. Oh, wow, you got
leaderboard.
Kind of a leaderboard.
yeah. So
Okay.
you'll actually be competing with the other guests who appeared in who participated in this particular segment. So the highest score is 17. Which was done by 2 people, I believe. Yeah, one by this the first ever guest who took part in this particular segment. His name was Brez. He's this French beatboxer and loop station artist. So he got 17. And another YouTuber from New York. His name is Brett Conti. He also got
Also very grown.
yeah, and also another YouTuber from who was a part of this channel. Who used to be a part of the channel called Yes Theory. Yes Theory is pretty popular. I think you guys know them. And then he went solo. Now he has his own YouTube channel. So yeah, he also got 17, and the second highest score is 16 by this another beatboxer we had. His name is Mix Effects. He had 16, and third score. A lot of people are third on our list, so they have like it's 15. So like 4 or 5 people had like the score of 15. So we don't really remember all the names, but we do know that a lot of people have 15. So if you get 15 or more, you make it into the top 3, all right?
Okay, as long as I pass.
I mean, okay. There's no benchmark. A lot of people, there are people who will get to like probably 2, 3, and they end up getting 15, 16. So yeah, so in this particular situation, it's best just undermine yourself so that you come out on the top. Every time we see that, this doesn't happen. So let me just set the timer and. No disclaimer. I'm still a noob at this, so I may mess up now and then. So, yeah, please overlook it. Okay, so if there's a question you feel you can't answer within a second or 2, just pass. All right.
All right.
Okay, Arpi, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. What's your full name?
Ryan Park,
Where were you born?
Ohio.
Do you like the place where you were born?
I don't really remember much of it, so I can't say.
Where do you originate from?
Ohio, I guess.
Did you ever visit Asia?
Yeah, I go to Korea every now and then. South Korea.
Do you like Korea?
Yeah, I love it.
What's the best thing about Korea?
The food.
What's your favorite food?
Jjajangmyeon. It's like a black bean noodle thing.
New York or LA?
New York.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Myself. I'm kidding.
Do you play sports?
I used to play tennis.
What's your favorite tennis player?
Federer, because I'm basic.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
New York or Korea?
New York, because it has a K-town.
What's one thing you hate about Ohio?
I don't really remember much of it, but it's kind of flat.
What if you weren't in Stanford? Where would you be?
It's like in my parents' house.
If you didn't join the podcast now, what would you be doing?
Probably just playing video games.
What's your favorite game?
Yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah, that solves time, right? I think you got a lot. How many did you get?
18.
Oh man!
My channel was 18. So
Yeah,
Oh
he
wow,
got 18.
Arpi, you set a new record. First time, man. Trust me, there was so many people who came wanting to beat the high score, and they were stuck at 15, 16, and 17. Nobody went beyond that. We were like, okay, are we? Are we that bad? People can't cross that. But you got a lot, and yeah,
You.
congratulations,
it's the new
congratulations.
high score. It's the new high score.
Yeah, you set a new high
Yeah.
score. Yeah,
Got the high
Arpi
score.
Park.
Congrats.
First, congratulations.
RP, you just said that your full name is Ryan Park.
Yeah.
So why did you name RP Park your YouTube channel, or the other thing?
Oh yeah. I mean, I just figured I know several other Ryan Parks, so I just wanted to give myself a different name just because I don't know, like to keep it interesting. And RP is just my initials, R and P.
Oh,
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
whoa!
that's
So
really
that's how it came.
that's hella
Okay.
creative, man. That's hella creative.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's
Love
not
it.
that
Great, that's
creative. I just
I
looked
mean-
at what I had.
We know you're a very modest person because I've heard your essay a lot of times, and he's like, that's what a creative person looks like. Like
Oh,
you,
thank
you
you.
you downplay yourself so much, but inside you're such a talented human being. I mean, yeah, guys who are watching this, listen, go subscribe to Arpi Park, follow him on Instagram. Definitely, that's his
I mean,
channel is like a must watch.
They don't have to.
I mean, you can. You definitely have to. I mean, even if you don't subscribe to our channel, go subscribe to his because it deserves it.
Well, thank you.
We don't know. We don't know how long we might be doing YouTube and stuff, but this guy, he's doing good passionately for quite a while, and he's had gained over 200,000 subscribers. What I believe, if you I know you're a busy person, but if you had uploaded a little more, you would have had 1 million by now. Trust me.
Yeah, maybe. But then I'd have to be working harder. So
That sounds interesting. And then speaking of Shopee, we want to learn about how you started YouTube. Because a lot of people had a lot of interesting stories about YouTube, and a lot of interesting stories as to how they began what they're doing now. A lot of people weren't even supposed to do what they're doing now. So yeah, talk to us through your YouTube journey, how you began the journey of YouTube.
yeah, I guess my first video that I made was just about college essays. Because when I was applying to college, I used the internet a lot, and it just helped me a ton. I like people sharing their essays on YouTube or just on the internet. So I wanted to give back and do that myself. But after I made that video, I just decided it was fun to make videos. So after my first quarter of college, I came back home and I tried making more videos, and then I just kept up with it.
Whoa, that's one of the most short but the most comprehensive story as to how a person began the YouTube journey ever. So Arpi, you scored 18 as you set a new high score, as you just told you, which is fantastic. You're on the top of the leaderboard. We'll send you like an e-certificate
Awesome.
at the end of the season, of course, with our majestic signatures on it. Get some you can hang it next to your Stanford diploma.
I will. Yeah.
And that will look great. That will look great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
RP, who has been the most influential person in your life?
I'd say there's been sort of two. I mean, growing up, it was my dad, and since college, it's actually been my girlfriend.
And he did a lot of awesome things. COVID-19 situation, and I saw your recent video. Of course, how can I not see an Arpi Park video? He presses upload. It's like once in a lifetime. It comes in and goes. It's definitely impressive. So yeah, in that video we had like a different RP. This is like a different RP for us communicating honestly. So yeah,
So we wanted to ask, what did you do during your quarantine? What interesting things did you learn and stuff like that? Maybe we could take something away from it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do as much during quarantine as I'd have liked. Um, I think I played enough video games for the whole year. And then I had a part-time job, I guess, and I was also working on um, a project that was granted by my school, and that's pretty much it. Just hanging out with people. Well, not really like hanging out with them, but playing games with them and hanging out with the people I lived with, and then trying to do work now and there.
So RP, you played a lot of video games in quarantine. So do you think you are like on the level to play on competitive esports?
Oh, absolutely not. I am terrible.
I mean, you can give it a try. You can give it a try.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
sure.
did give it a try when I was in middle school, and then I realized I would never be able to.
Yeah. What did you play in middle school? Like,
In middle school, I was heavily addicted to a game called League of Legends. I
yeah,
played it
well,
like
yeah,
day in, day out.
yeah. It's kind of like Dota, right?
Yeah, it's a Dota copy, basically.
Same.
Yeah. And what you play Minecraft now, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I played Minecraft as well, but it was never as an unhealthy of an addiction as League, I'd say.
So what game did you play the most now, like during the quarantine?
Oh, nowadays, I actually play mostly Minecraft. Now and then I'll play a GameCube game, Super Smash Bros. Melee, with a friend through the internet, and
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I tried a game called Valorant for a bit, but I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, Adam is a very avid Valorant player. He plays it now.
I'm just an average FPS
Oh, yeah.
gamer. So yeah.
Yeah, every time we're having a meeting, he shares his screen and shows us he shows that.
Yeah, he's
He
playing
flexes-
Valorant.
He flexes on playing Valorant because none of us have like a decent PC, so we can't
Oh yeah.
games. It's like, yeah, look, we're playing Valorant. He's the only one with a
Exactly.
decent PC, so he does the editing and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
We started talking for this long, RP. You know, we know you're a busy person, but we're gonna hold this for a little while because we love talking to you. Trust me, man. It's been a great
Well,
experience.
thanks.
So yeah, you're originally from Korea. You're Korean, as you said. In one of the videos, you know, like you're quite sarcastic, as you said. You know, like the assumptions video. One of the people said that people assumed you were Asian, and you were like,
Yes.
"What gave it away?" That was one of the best things I've heard. And yeah, so yeah. Do you miss Korea, or you know, like at one point in time, do you ever felt that you know, like at this point in life, I'll just retire and return to Korea and stuff? Did you ever think?
I mean, yeah, I've always liked Korea, and I mean, every time I went there as a kid, it was always just more fun. But I think through and through, I'm pretty American, and at this point, it's too late to be anything else. I'm just American. So, yeah, I mean, I've considered spending some time in Korea, maybe like a summer or just living there for a year or so. But I think I don't know if I'll ever settle there.
Have you tried trespassing in North Korea?
No, I haven't, and I don't think anybody ever has tried to get into North Korea in history. So,
Oh no, but a lot of travel bloggers do get into North Korea. They're like,
oh really?
yes,
Well,
a lot
that's
of travel
dangerous.
bloggers did. And you know, like they post videos. Their videos are really like conservative. You know, like the other travel blogs, they're really lively. They're screaming, jumping, doing different interesting stuff. In North Korea, they're just like, you know, look at this nation that is. Well, let's not talk much about that. But you know, like that's usually a little less energetic.
This is a question our another host that used to be, he's absent today. He used to ask
Took a
this
break.
special question to everybody. It's like he would stay quiet the whole meeting, and then he would be like, I have this question, and it's like, if you were in my place, what would you have asked yourself?
I don't know. I'm not a really good interviewer, so yeah, it's a hard one. I feel like there's
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
there's not much to know about me, or we've already covered most of it.
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
when this question was asked, we were like so surprised because usually the
Yeah.
other we have two other hosts. Adian usually doesn't host, he's the editor. Two other hosts, but it's 7 a.m. in the morning, so they failed to
Yeah.
wake up. So yeah, speaking of which, then but he's usually like really quiet. Okay, so we're always talking. As you can see,
Yeah.
Ferdinand and I are like the most talkative ones. We annoy the heck out of our guests by talking and asking them questions. And then I like to do a little bit of your how you diss yourself. That helps a lot. Trust me. It makes you a little. If you're not funny, that you're funny. I mean, I'm not a funny person, so when I do that, that makes people laugh. So yeah, I use that. Thank you for introducing that to me. So when he asked that, we were like so shocked because that wasn't scripted at all. But I mean, we don't like prepare much before the meetings, before this podcast. We like say, let's meet up 30 minutes before the Zoom call and come in. Adil is playing Valorant on the Finnish PC. Fardin and Adil and I are talking about just the stuff that happened in our school. And then we're like, oh my god, 5 minutes and get ready, guys. And the guests has already arrived. But screw that. We'll
Yeah.
just do whatever comes to our mind. So yeah, this is
Exactly.
whatever is coming to our mind. So if you see any weird stuff, that's because we haven't prepared. One of the main intentions behind this podcast is to like motivate our viewers. So what's your biggest motivation? And like how did you go through large challenges in your life, so that the viewers can know, we can learn and implement something in our lives.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm still struggling with motivation. But like what's worked in the past for me is like regret. I think regret's probably the worst feeling. I hate regretting things. So just to avoid regretting things, I use that to remind myself to do, whatever needs to get done. So that way I don't kick myself for it in the future. So that's one helpful thing, I guess.
Wow,
Yeah,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Trust me. I mean, like, guys, you guys need to listen, okay? So this guy is literally giving the shortest of answers, but they're so literally so interesting for us. Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
actually really a good advice, even though it was short, because the feeling of regret, it's really bad. So like I think we
Yeah.
should, if we prevent the regression that we might get, that's how we might be productive and we can do a lot of stuff. And that was a very impactful advice to me at least.
Yes, you forget and forgive.
True.
Fantastic advice, Arpi. Yeah.
Adian loved it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes.
Mhm.
And Adyan is
Even
trust
we
me,
loved it as well. Of
definitely.
course.
It's not even a question. We definitely love it.
Yeah.
We love all advices that people have to give us. So we're nearly towards the end of the podcast. So RP, if you just answer one question, I think that should be the end of it. When's the next video coming out?
I'm editing one right now, but
Oh wow.
I don't know how I feel about it. So maybe I'll upload it, or maybe I'll just forget it
Can
ever
we get
happened.
can we get a spoiler about what is it about?
It's basically me trying to get ready for school, because school starts again for me in a week. So I mean, it's just me like working out for the first time ever, and like I don't know, trying to like do homework before school starts. Yeah, it's not very interesting.
No, you definitely being
Come
honest.
on.
We love all. You got to check the stats for every one of your videos. You have like 200,000 subscribers, and every one of your videos gets like 300,000, 400,000 views. So literally every one of your subscribers watch your videos. I can guarantee that. That's for certain. You have the anticipation factor, like you keep people hanging for a long time, and then you upload a video and people jump in to watch your
Yeah.
videos. That's
I don't
really
mean to do it like that.
it's fine. It's a competitive advantage that you have. So it's fine. Though.
Okay.
And yeah, I can help, but I was going to be edited now, but I can, since you said workout, I can help but ask you about the day in the life Stanford student video. That was one of the most creative. I mean, a lot of legit day in the life videos aren't that creative. I mean, like the one you did. So I want to ask, how much of that is like really true? I'm like, some parts are definitely not true. You do attend class and stuff. You
Yeah.
really wake up at 1 p.m. stuff.
Actually, that quarter was pretty rough for me. So yeah, I mean that wasn't every day, but every couple days I would just have a pretty uneventful. I went to bed too late and I just hit snooze too many times, and then I just sort of give up on getting anything done that day. So yeah, I mean it's happened.
So you should take coachings from us. We wake up at 5 in the morning. So
Oh yeah, this is way earlier than I would have woken up. So
no problem, no problem. Yeah, so thank you, Arpi, for joining us. You were
of course,
awesome.
thanks for having me.
An awesome person. Yeah, this is like, I feel like this is the second podcast you did after, with Joa. It's like your second.
Oh yeah, sort of.
I mean, Joma was a much bigger channel. We're like, but we're happy with the small family that we've created. We have like 160 subscribers. I don't know if you check that channel. We've had a lot of videos uploaded, but yeah, and we have 160 subscribers. But yeah, we're grateful for what we have. So once again, thank you for joining us, RP. You were an awesome person. I'm repeating the same thing again, but you deserve this. Like, you deserve to be said awesome twice. I'm really proud. You're an awesome person. And yeah, farther to the boring part of that, I guess people don't subscribe, stuff like that.
Well, I think I've just said it at the beginning, so I think let Adian do the honors because he's the guest host today.
Yes,
Alright.
go ahead.
Come on, Adian.
Alright, I'll do the honor then. So guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and also like and also comment down which was your best part, or give us suggestions to make our podcast better. And more importantly, go and check out our, like, if you don't check that out, that's not even worth it. That's not even
Exactly.
worth it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Worth it for you. You have to check out Arpi. He's an amazing YouTuber.
Yeah.
Really
He's
great
spitting.
content.
That's an unpaid review, by the way, and he's spitting facts.
Y'all are too nice.
To all those legends who made it this far, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been copying a lot of intros, like the doctor thing I did, and yeah, from this YouTuber called Modest Pelican. He's from Australia. He does these things, and he plays video games and commentates on it, and he's like a voiceover on things. It's a very interesting YouTuber. So I did a few things inspired by him. So at the beginning, at the end, he goes like, "Thanks for watching, you absolute legends." So I tried to implement that. So yeah, you guys watch, whoever has made it this far, you're awesome, you're legendary. Yeah, as Adian said, check out our channel, our socials, Arpi's socials, and Arpi's channel. Definitely subscribe to at least Arpi's channel, if not ours. And yeah, whatever you're doing, whatever you do good for the society, do good for the community, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. So, peace.
Dinner Convo.
7 a.m.